What is the value of the expression 5 squared minus 65 divided by 5 times 2? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression seems very simple, but 98% of people get the wrong answer. Let's dive in and break it down step by step together. To solve this question, many people start by calculating 5 squared first. And instead of the original expression, they rewrite it as 25 minus 65 divided by 5 multiplied by 2. And the next step, they usually perform the subtraction between 25 and 65 and simplify this expression to negative 40 divided by 5 multiplied by 2. Then, they proceed by doing the division between negative 40 and 5, which gives them negative 8 multiplied by 2. And finally, they multiply negative 8 by 2, which ends up with the answer negative 16. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option A is the correct answer to this question. However, this answer is absolutely wrong. Also, some other people when solving this question first go for the expression 5 squared and they simplify to 25 minus 65 divided by 5 multiplied by 2. And the next step, they usually go for the multiplication between 5 and 2 because they think multiplication has priority over division. So, they rewrite this expression as 25 minus 65 divided by 10. Next, they perform the division between 65 and 10 since they believe division has priority over, and they rewrite this expression as 25 minus 6.5, which ultimately gives them the answer 18.5. And immediately, they conclude that option C is the correct answer to this question. However, it's not the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let me show you how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we must follow the PEMDAS rule. We should perform these operations exactly in order from top to bottom step by step. Alright, as you can see on the screen, in this expression, first we have an exponent, then a subtraction sign, followed by a division, and finally a multiplication. We should start with the exponent, because in this expression, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, this expression simplified to 25 minus 65 divided by 5 multiplied by 2. And the next step, we need to handle the division and multiplication, since multiplication and division have higher priority than subtraction. However, it's really important to understand that multiplication and division are at the same level of precedence. In this situation, the best thing to do is to start from the rest of the expression and move toward the right, performing division and multiplication in order. So, first we perform the division between 65 and 5, and this expression simplified to 25 minus 13, then multiplied by 2. Now, it's time to do the multiplication between 13 and 2, which gives us 25 minus 26. And finally, the value of this expression is equal to negative 1. That's great. Option B is the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let's solve another tricky math question together. What is the value of the expression 66 divided by 2 over 3 multiplied by 9? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? Let's take a closer look and solve it together. At the beginning of solving this question, many people go straight to the expression 2 over 3 multiplied by 9, which I have highlighted in yellow because they think multiplication has priority over division. And they say it's easy to simplify 9 with the 3 in the denominator and write this expression as 66 divided by 6, which finally gives them the answer 11. And immediately, they conclude that option A is the correct answer to this question. However, that's definitely wrong. Alright, now let me explain step by step how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we need to follow the PEMDAS rule exactly as I've shown on the screen. It means that we have to perform all the operations in order from top to bottom. Okay, as you can see on the screen, in this expression, we have one division sign followed by a multiplication sign. It's very important to note that multiplication and division are at the same level of precedence. In this case, the best thing to do is to start from the rest of the expression and move step by step toward the right. So, first we start with the expression 66 divided by 2 over 3. Okay, whenever we come across a division sign between two terms, the best thing to do is to apply the KCF rule. And this rule, K stands for keep the first number as it is, C stands for change the division sign to multiplication, and F stands for flip the second fraction. So, we remove the highlighted part and replace it with 66 multiplied by 3 over 2. Now, the number 66 cancels out with the 2 in the denominator, and this expression simplifies multiplied by 9, which finally gives us the answer 891.